The history of the Charolais cattle in Mexico dates back to the year 1930, when a French industrialist who lived in our country, Mr. Juan Puchibé, imported the first head of cattle, which were brought from France. Imported animals were characterized by having an imposing size, with white fur, long bodies, great muscle development and rapid growth, with very developed hindquarters, short, thick neck and deep, wide chest. Strong bone structure with well-separated and curved ribs, giving thickness to the body and merging harmoniously in the backs. In the year 1937, Mr. Juan Puchibé conducted the last of 3 imports, completing 37 animals. As far as it is known, all Charolais cattle in Mexico comes from these 3 imports. From 1930 to 1955, the 37 animals derived from the imports and their offspring were distributed into 3 groups. To General Manuel Pérez Treviño, who kept the ownership until 1937 and who in turn sold them to Mr. Gudelio Garza Gómez from Acuña, Coahuila. To Colonel Dan Breen in partnership with Colonel Serrano, and to Mr. Juan Puchibé, who died in 1944, and whose animals were purchased 11 years later by Mr. Máximo Maquelis in El Fortín Ranch in San Buenaventura, Coahuila. Later, the Charolais breed scattered through several Mexican states, with descendants from the first specimens born in Mexico. This, along with the hard and effective work of the farmers, made it possible to spread this gene, increasing the productivity of their herds and starting the adaptation for the Mexican Charolais cattle. On June 30, 1958, the Charolais Mexican cattle breeders officially formed the association, and in 1961, the Mexican government granted the official issue of genealogical records or certificates for animals born in Mexico. And on April 14, 1980, the current Charolais Herd Book of Mexico is constituted. The Charolais cattle gained popularity among Mexican farmers as a breed that improved beef production by making crossings with commercial cattle and other cattle breeds. So the association increased the number of partners and the number of registered animals. In Mexico, it can be found in different climate regions, such as the arid and the semi-arid regions in the north of the country, the temperate regions in the center of the republic, and the regions with tropical and subtropical climates in southeastern Mexico. In 1995, the first Charolais specimen, 5/8 Charolais and 3/8 Cebu, recorded in Mexico was born, thus initiating the growth of this breed that has spread throughout Mexico. The Charolais breed has managed to become one of the most popular among commercial farmers because it provides growth, feed conversion, and meat production, obtaining animals with distinctive characteristics of faster growth, more efficient, and more corpulent. The stud selection is very important for cattle due to the immediate impact it has on their offspring, which is why in 1995 the association started conducting behavior tests authorized by higher education institutions to observe their development and thus making progress in the productivity of the Charolais cattle. The expected progeny differences, EPDs, are a tool to make changes aimed at cattle herds, which allow selecting and improving the assessed characteristics. That is why in 2001, genetic evaluations were initiated on the Charolais breed for the following characteristics: birth weight, weaning weight, yearling weight, maternal weaning weight, and total maternal weight. In 2009, 2 new characteristics were added: scrotal circumference and body size. In 2014, the genetic value known as productive stay was added. Currently, 8 production characteristics are evaluated. Nowadays, this breed is distinguished by its characteristics, which make it unique among the breeds of beef cattle in Mexico. The Charolais cattle has been an important part of the programs for genetically improved cattle in our country, as it is one of the breeds commercial farmers demand the most for the productive improvement of their herds. Productivity and the ability to withstand such diverse climate conditions have been the reasons for the increase in popularity of the Charolais breed among Mexican farmers. The Charolais Herd Book of Mexico Association is currently formed by 468 partners in 26 of 32 states of the Mexican Republic. The association has issued 235,000 records to date, which makes it one of the most important associations for pedigree cattle nationwide. The breed is well established in Mexico, with solid genetic base dating back decades. Our country is considered a major producer of Charolais cattle with excellent genetics worldwide. Mexican Charolais, adaptation and strict selection product for over 80 years.